What's up, everybody? So, if you saw the video from what is now 2 days ago, then you know that I missed a day. Sucks, but it's okay. So, the January challenge is meant to have mess ups, I guess. This is really, like I said in the last video, this is about being comfortably uncomfortable, and none of this is going to be perfect. The content is not going to be perfect. The videos are supposed to be raw and unfiltered and completely authentic in the moment. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that it's okay that I messed up. So here's what's going to happen. This video is really going to be a combination of the two videos that one I was supposed to do for today and what you should have saw yesterday. Um, Yesterday would have been a day in the life video, and I'll be honest, yesterday was very hectic, which is for the most part why you didn't get a video. Um, I'm moving, which we've discussed, because like I said, in February I'll be in my new place. I'll have my complete setup prepared and ready to go. And so as a result, we've kind of been purging. So yesterday, my girlfriend and I spent pretty much the better half of the day purging the house. We go back to work on Monday. And so, because of that, we took advantage of the weekend in order to do that. So, we spent the day pretty much going through clothes, going through sheets, blankets, all of the things, and getting rid of any old furniture that we just did not intend on taking with us. Cool? Cool. So, now we've gone from sleeping up high in a bed frame. A, we had a king size bed that had drawers underneath, so there was storage. Cool, awesome. Um, we got rid of that, so we took that out, and we are now sleeping on the box spring and the mattress on the floor. Totally cool because we are ordering a new bed once we move. So it just didn't make sense to take that with us if we weren't going to use it once we got there. Got rid of that. We had like 4 extra comforters. Who needs that many comforters? Um, got rid of all of those, went through sheets, all those things. So all that stuff is now gone. My old standing desk is gone. It started malfunctioning. The switch stopped working. Got rid of that really quickly. I have a desk that's in storage, so I will be going back to that when I set up the room in February. Um, and yeah, like yesterday was horrible. I did not do what is has become my new normal for a morning routine. Quite frankly, I only halfway did it this morning too, but we'll get to that later because that's today's video. Um and it just kind of spiraled out into this just trying to get it all done, which leads me to a small coaching moment for today. Procrastination and perfectionism go hand in hand. Being a perfectionist makes you want to continue to put things off until things align perfectly. And that is just not realistic. Kind of why I'm doing this challenge, right? It's never going to be perfect, at least in my eyes. And because of that, it makes me scared. I've been kind of living on autopilot, I guess you could say, simply because I don't want to fail. Fear of failure is real. And so even today's video, which would have been a morning routine video, right? Not seeing that, it is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon today, and I'm nowhere near my morning routine. So this is what I did this morning. I got up at about 7 o'clock, got in the shower, got dressed for church, went to church, came home, got changed, um, ate a bowl of cereal because I was hungry, started a workout, realized my Apple Watch was dying, and that's why it was not tracking my heart rate for my tempo workout. Stopped that workout, and now I'm in the kitchen. I've washed the dishes, and I've prepped my chicken to be defrosted so that I can make lunch prep for the week. That's been my day. That's a day in the life of a future content creator. It's the day in the life. Oh, and I cut my hair. It's a day in the life of someone who is pivoting in the moment, someone who is building in public. And it's okay that it's not perfect. Um, it's crazy because today, while I was at church, my pastor actually preached about being free to be me. And I think that that's a lot of what this January challenge is about for myself. It's being free to be 100% myself. It's allowing myself permission to mess up and to take the leap and to take the risk on myself. And it's scary for me because I've never been able to do that. I learned not too long ago that realistically, me and my sister really, we're super overachievers, but we're overachievers because we had a parent who, I guess, didn't necessarily see herself as an overachiever. I don't know. Um, my mom had my sister young, and I guess that meant she had something to prove. And so for us, we are her proof, and that's totally fine by me. But the pressure to be perfect, the pressure to be, I guess, not the status quo, um, has really forced me to kind of step back and step away from some things that I felt like I was called to do. And so that's why I'm pushing myself this month. That's why I want to do these videos. That's why I'm aiming to do, or to become, this version of myself, because really it is who I wanted to be. It's who I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to be someone that other creatives can come to and ask for advice, someone who's kind of built up the empire and built up the creative industry, because it's a thing. It's a thing, and it's suffering. And it has been for a while. It took a large hit in COVID and realistically hasn't really bounced back in the way that it should have. And so my goal in all of this is to start to build that community that kind of helps to foster each other. And it's scary to really step out and say, hey, I'm here to help, not to hinder you, not to steal your dreams, not to steal your goals, not to steal your ideas, because there are people out here who will do that to you. There are people out here who will listen to everything that you want to do and then do everything in their power to tear it down, tear it apart, or to do it before you get a chance to. And that's not really who I am. I want to see your vision. I want to embrace your vision. I want to help you bring it to fruition. And so my goal with these videos in January is really to kind of start to support myself, to look at myself from that coaching lens and kind of help push myself to that space, um, while kind of showing the world what the process looks like. So, day in the life, complete chaos and a lot of productivity. And morning routine, well, it's kind of still developing. I'll be honest with you. On most mornings, I'll get up, I'll do a workout, I'll spend some time with God and do my daily devotional. Um, get dressed, get ready for work. That's what I'll do tomorrow because I gotta go back to work. And but tomorrow's the first day back at work, so tomorrow's video should be pretty interesting because, well, Monday's my first day back at work, and I've not been at work for 2 weeks because of the holidays. I teach outside of this, and honestly, that's also a major part of why I started doing this, because not to say I hate my job, but I know it's not my calling. I know I'm not supposed to be there. And so I'm starting to shift myself and move myself in a way that sets myself up for what my calling really is. And this is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to start. So shout out to anybody who's been following along. Um, week one is meant to have some mistakes, meant to have some hiccups, but I'm just glad that I caught myself and was able to put out this second video, because that at least means that I'm committed to the process. And to be able to kind of have that mindset and know that I'm committed to this process means that I'm committed to the dream, means that I'm committed to you guys who are watching, and quite frankly means that I'm committed to myself and my calling. So thanks for joining me for yet another quick TED Talk. Maybe we'll call them Cree Talks, Nate Talks. I don't know. If you've got an idea for what these little rants should be called, drop it in the comments. Let's discuss it. Let's figure something out. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share it with a creative that you know who is probably trying to do the same thing. All right? Nate out.